Face off in the zone. That's all that remains. And the crowd is cherishing every moment. Norton in the corner. It's over, folks. It's been a great ride. The Whalers will go out winners. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Therios, my second channel. If you don't know already, my first channel is Therios. Link will be in the description. That is my FIFA channel, FIFA everything. I've been doing that since the beginning of the year. But I always had plans of doing more on YouTube than just FIFA. I love MLB The Show, I love 2K, I love Madden, I love a lot of different games. But we're starting here, MLB 21 The Show, with the Orioles in the franchise mode. So the franchise, as you saw, is going to be a relocation. We're moving the Orioles back to Hartford. Well, not back to Hartford, but to Hartford. The Whalers are coming back, baby. The Hartford Whalers. 24 years later, back in Hartford, playing baseball now. Formerly an NHL hockey team for many years. The branding itself, which I will load in now, is nostalgic for a lot of people in Connecticut, a lot of hockey fans. You can see the branding here. Looks a lot like the hockey jerseys did. Made sure that I kept the essence of the Whalers in these jerseys. These are the home jerseys for your Hartford Whalers. And of course we had to have some classy away jerseys too, tie in that gray that the Hartford Whalers had. For the away jerseys, the green and blue hats are nice too. This looks really good. I'm very happy with it. And we will be playing our home games at Highland Park. Highland Park, not flashy, but I get a classic baseball feel to it. There's like an amphitheater out in right field with a little crowd partying all the time, so I get a good baseball feel with this stadium. I play a lot of games here in Diamond Dynasty. I just like Highland Park. I don't know why, but this is our home. This is the home of the Hartford Whalers. The Whalers are back, baby. Let's get into it. So just to make this note, designated hitter, universal DH will be on. I'm a big advocate for that. Pitchers hitting is the most ridiculous thing in the world. I don't get why that has not changed. That has been a rule change. I get that it's part of baseball. It's been part of the baseball in the past, but there's not a lot of pitchers that can hit like Shohei Ohtani or Jacob deGrom or Madison Bumgarner or Noah Syndergaard. And even they don't hit great all the time. Of course, Ohtani is a two-way player, but very few and far between we see that. So, universal DH will be on, and I love the extra inning runner rule. Speeds up extra innings and adds a little drama. So that's how we're going to roll. I also do not do any scouting, because I don't know how to do it to the best of my ability, so I just let my scouts take care of it. That's not our job. Our job is to run the franchise to the best of our ability elsewhere. So let's do that. Alright, so here we are in the franchise. First thing I want to do is show you your Hartford Whalers coaching staff. Manager, Lawrence Crump himself. And then we have the Mustache Men. Hitting coach David Pace, pitching coach Spencer Kong, first base coach Lloyd Mason, and third base coach Cecil C. The farm director, I couldn't find anybody with a mustache, so Marco Branch is awesome. He's an A. So that's your coaching staff. Now, let's meet the players. Oh boy, do we have a challenge here, and I like a challenge. I do not shy away from a challenge. The Orioles are quite the rebuild, but we are no longer the Orioles now. We are moving to bigger and better things, and we are the Hartford Whalers. This is the pitching staff we are given. I will be editing these ratings just a bit. There's some things that I see here, like Austin Hayes has contact versus righties and power versus righties way better than against lefties, but I've looked at his splits in the 2021 season so far, and he's actually hitting against lefties better than righties in similar number of at-bats. I just think, yes, it's a 3-year system that they use to make the ratings, but I'm going to balance that out a little bit. Just things like that. Not anything dramatic, but I don't think John Means is an A potential pitcher. I think he's a phenomenal pitcher who's having a great year, but I'm going to put him at like an 88, 89, which is still a very good potential, but not quite A. Then we have Matt Harvey from Connecticut himself, back in the great state of Connecticut. I don't know if I'm going to hold on to him. I'm going to make a decision on that at some point. But we also got Adam Pluckto, Bruce Zimmerman, Jorge Lopez, Keegan Aiken. I can tell you right now, this will not be the starting rotation when we start the year. John Means will probably be the ace, but that is about it. Some other names to keep an eye on. Grayson Rodriguez, good prospect pitcher. Probably going to give him a little more velocity. I know he throws harder than that. Or at least his prospect card does in Diamond Dynasty. DL Hall, also another really good young lefty pitcher. So 2 guys to keep an eye on there in terms of starters. In terms of relievers, Paul Fry is the best we got right now, and he's a 69. I can tell you for a fact I will be redoing this entire bullpen. But entirely, I already know that I can get better bullpen pitchers. Bullpen pitchers have always been easy to trade for in franchise, and I just like having a good bullpen, no matter how good or bad I want my team to be in terms of where we are in the rebuilding stages. But Paul Fry will probably stay in this bullpen, as will Tanner Scott. He's got good stuff, but he just can't throw strikes. So we'll have to teach him how to do that. Dylan Tate's a good pitcher. I might even move him back to a starting pitcher because he can, with that stamina, be a good starting pitcher. These are things to consider for later on. But honestly, besides that, Travis Lakins is a maybe. We're going to be redoing this whole bullpen. Cesar Valdez will not be our closer, but he will be in our bullpen. I like Cesar Valdez. And then we move on to catchers. We have Pedro Severino and Chance Cisco, which will be in the majors. And then Adley Rutschman, who is one of the top prospects in baseball, will be starting in Double-A. I will start him in Double-A. I want him to crush it in Double-A before I move him to Triple-A, and then just keep moving him up the ranks as he keeps hitting well. And then first base, we have Trey Mancini back after a year where he missed playing games because of colon cancer. Very, very happy for him that he has gone through that process and got through it healthy, and he's doing well playing baseball again. Very happy for Trey Mancini. Happy to see him on our team as one of the key players on this team early on. And then we have good old Chris Davis making $23 million a year for the next 2 years. I am all for moving him, trading him for literally nothing. I do not care. We'll give him to a team that actually needs a first baseman in terms of depth or whatnot. But he's got to go. Rio Ruiz, Pat Valaika. I love Ramon Urias. I might up his potential a little bit. He had a great start last season, hitting .360 for the Orioles in only 10 games though. But phenomenal young player, Mexican-born second baseman. Jahmai Jones, also a player I really like, fast, pretty decent hitter. So a lot of decent second basemen here. Third base, we have Michael Franco. I don't know if I'm going to hold on to him, because I think I might move Rio Ruiz to third base and then just trade Michael Franco for starting pitching or something that I actually need. on this team now and in the future. Short, who I know is a phenomenal second baseman, so I will probably move him to second base. Actually, I will do that right now, and you'll see what I mean. Because he has weak arm strength, so playing second base will... you can already see he's a 77. He already went up a ton. So that was a good switch. Freddie Elvis is our second baseman now. Richie Martin, I don't think he has D potential as a 26-year-old. I'll probably move him up to like 72 potential or whatnot. But either way, I'm going to be moving him for sure. I don't like him. He's just not a very good player. He's not really ever been great for the Orioles, but a lot of really good young shortstops in this Orioles organization. Something to look forward to there. And then Ryan Mountcastle, or as the WEEI guys call him, Ryan Sandcastle. Very, very good hitter, okay fielder. I could see him DHing for us occasionally, but left field's a good spot for him, honestly, and he is a very good young hitter. 24 years old, that's awesome. Some other really good young players, Hudson Haskin, a Connecticut player that went to Avon Old Farms, close by to home for me, which is actually very cool. Went to Tulane. Then we got Steve Wilkerson, good utility player here. He's been better in past MLB The Shows. I guess that makes sense. He hasn't been great for the Orioles. I'll be upping Cedric Mullins' rating a little bit. He's been balling, absolutely balling in real life. The bunt master, which I like. So he'll be in kind of a platoon here in center field with Austin Hayes, who is a lefty. He's a better hitter against lefties in real life than he is in this game. I'll be able to change that. But they're both going to get some PT for sure, for sure. Anthony Santander is a phenomenal player all around. Hope to keep him for a long time. He's been the consistent force in this Orioles lineup for the past 2 seasons. Literally hitting 261 in his past 2 seasons. OBP going up, slugging percentage going up. Things you love to see. He is a real good talent that we love to have. DJ Stewart crushes righties. He'll be a good option off the bench if we need some pop late in the game as a pinch hitting option. So let's move on and look at the trade block and make some trades and move around some pieces within this organization. Alright, so the first trade we are making, definitely helping out that bullpen. We got Mike Myers, right-handed relief pitcher from the Angels, and one of my favorite relievers in the game, Alex Claudio, submarine pitcher, left-handed arm out of the bullpen. 2 relievers that will be immediately our best 2 relievers in our bullpen. And then also a 70 overall, 25-year-old potential shortstop, Luis Aviles Jr., who plays a number of positions and has 87 speed, something that you have to have on your team, speed. Richie Martin, Gonzo, don't need him. Anthony Servideo, also gone. And might as well give up a reliever if we're getting 2 of them, so Sean Armstrong, not very good. D potential, low overall, 30 years old. I will absolutely take this trade. Let's do it. Alright, so the next trade I will be making is for Oniel Cruz, who is a 6'7" shortstop prospect. One of the better prospects in the game with a real face. He's 6'7". He will play as a very good third baseman. I know he goes up in overall when I move him to third. Done this many of times. He's been my franchise guy 4 years. Also going to be just adding Steven Alames. We'll be giving up one of our top prospects, Terran Vavra, which I'm okay with because Oniel Cruz is the future. Absolutely. And we have a number of young second basemen, decent second basemen. We'll also be giving up Rylan Bannon, who's not very good. D potential, 23-year-old, 60 overall third baseman. Give me Oniel Cruz. Let's get this trade done with. Like I said, moved Oniel Cruz to third base after trading for him, and he went from a 64 to a 67 overall. So there is your third base future, right there. Alright, it's about time we get rid of this contract, and it is literally for an okay 28-year-old reliever, JP Fireisen. Or JP Fire Hydrant. I don't know. That's a good name there. Goodbye, Chris Davis. That's all I really have to say here. But to be fair, the Brewers don't have great first basemen, so he can find his way into that spot. But good luck with that contract, Milwaukee. Alright, so we are trading for some more pitching here. Somebody that will join the rotation right away. Adbert Alzolay, 26-year-old B potential starting pitcher with some really good stuff. I like him in real life. We're going to be giving up Michael Franco. That'll be the meat of this deal on our side. Just a player that I don't really think we're going to need. It'll give players like Rio Ruiz some more playing time. Gets the platoon system less out of hand here in Hartford. Adam Pluckto also leaving. Not a very sexy pitcher to use, to be honest. And that's really it there. Tanner Scott, I know he's a decent young lefty who throws very hard, but every year I have him in any franchise, I know that he always has a very high whip. He walks a lot of guys, gives up a decent amount of home runs, so he's gone. I can always rebuild the bullpen easier. But we will be getting Alzolay and Rowan Wick, very good relief pitcher, 28-year-old, throws hard, very good 12-6 curve, I like that. And the cutter is great to have. Doesn't give up a lot of home runs, and it says that he plays a secondary position of catcher, left and right field. I don't really know how that works because he can't hit at all. But Rowan Wick and Adbert Alzolay, joining the Hartford Whalers. Thank you, Chicago. Another player I don't really see as part of my plans, and we definitely want better starting pitching right now. It's not that we don't like Pat Valaika. He's a good power hitter. Not a good fielder, even though he's a utility player. A good power bat off the bench, maybe, but we need pitching more than we need that. So we are going to be going after Worcester, Mass native Tyler Beatty, who's got a very good curveball, some good stuff there. 26-year-old B potential pitcher will be joining the Hartford Whalers rotation. Thank you, San Francisco. Alright, and then I don't really know who's going to be our closer of the relievers that I've gotten so far. So I'm going to go out and get Shane Green to be our closer for 1 year for now. I know he's going to want more. I don't know how much more. Like $5 million to work for you, Shane. Word. So that will definitely mean that Shane Green is our closer. Our bullpen's looking a lot better here. Definitely something you can rely on here. And Shane Green for a year, I think he's going to be our highest paid player as well, which is amazing. But, yep, Shane Green closing the door for the Whalers in year 1. Could be a number of players, but that's who I have picked to come in from free agency and just know his role and come in. Another signing I went out and made for this Hartford Whalers franchise. Ryan Healy, former Oakland Athletic prospect, played a little bit for the Milwaukee Brewers as well, now plays in the KBL overseas in real life. 1 year, $2 million deal. He's 29 years old. Depending on how he plays this year, we might re-sign him. Who knows? There's going to be a lot of players that I'm going to want to possibly re-sign, but didn't do any contract extensions leading up until the new season. I want to see how people do all the way up through July when we will be able to extend some contracts. There's definitely some players I'm going to want to do that for. Starting pitching rotation is definitely looking a lot better here too. I did up John Means' overall just a little bit and dropped his potential a little bit based on how he's been pitching in real life. Beatty, I upped 1 overall. Just cause. You know, he's excited to be here in Hartford. Definitely a lot of changes made here early on, but I think we are ready for opening day. So, next time you'll see me will be in Twitch. If you want to check it out. Tuesday, let me check the date, May 18th at 9 p.m. I will be streaming against the Red Sox at Fenway. Opening day, Hartford Whalers are back. The brand is back. The nostalgia is nostalgia no more. The Whalers are back, ladies and gentlemen. And that stream will be live, and all the action in opening day that you're going to get to see with this team. John Means versus Chris Sale. The way I am going to do injuries, now that I just thought about Chris Sale, I'm going to do injuries as such at the end of each episode. I'm not going to do it for this one leading into opening day, but after the stream for the next episode, there will be a little bit of a recap of what happened in the stream, highlights from the game. That'll be coming at the beginning of each episode, so you, in case you miss a stream, you can see what happened with us. But in terms of injuries, I'm going to be randomizing them because I hate injuries. I hate that it's a part of the game. I know it is a part of the game, so I'm going to do it my own way. What I'm going to be doing is at the end of each episode, not this one, I'm going to be spinning a wheel for a player. Once I get a player on that wheel, I will be flipping a coin. If it is heads, the player will be injured. If it is tails, the player will not be injured. However, if it is heads, I will spin another wheel that will tell me the type and severity of injury for whatever the injury report reads. And that is something that you will have to see the first time I do it. It could be one game, it could be 1 week, it could be 2 weeks, nothing too severe, but I will be doing it my own way. And there'll be a little bit of twists added on to that. There's going to be a lot of twists and turns within this franchise. Cannot wait to get this going. So, May 18th, 9 p.m. opening day on my Twitch. It'll be Therios Streams. That is the name of the Twitch. Link will be in the description. It's on my schedule on Twitch. Go check it out. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can see the rest of this awesome series with the Whalers and MLB The Show 21. Go subscribe to my main channel, Therios, if you like FIFA, if you like me. Let's get this going, ladies and gentlemen. Until next episode, this has been Theridos. Peace out.